welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica and I created Dolled Up by Jay. I thought it'd be really fun to sit down and do a whole video dedicated to my new hair, which is so much fun. And so I thought I would just answer some questions and give you guys a little bit of info all about the extensions, the process, the cost, how to take care of them, how I style them, and then actually show you how I fully style them from wet to curled in this video. And then while I do that, I'll explain the products I use to do that as well and the tools. If you're interested in that, don't forget to like the video before we begin. It really helps the YouTube algorithm and helps my channel grow and be recommended to more people. And if you would be so kind as to subscribe and you love this video, I would so appreciate that as well. Okay guys, without further ado, let's get to the video. Okay, so for hair extensions, why hair extensions? So the reason I decided to even get hair extensions, I've been wanting them for years, and I've always had pretty long hair. Like, I'll put a photo, but the problem is my hair was always so fine, and it was so fine to the point where, like, unless I wore a dry shampoo, my hair would just be limp instantly even after washing it. My ideal hair was always 2 to 3 days after washing it by the time it had pumped up with like tons of dry shampoo and got more volume. And I found I always was good at doing my like good old side part with the flip, and it looked really good in photos, but in person I always found it was like I was constantly having to like pump it up with volume, and it was just like not the sexy hair I always wanted. And I was blessed with very fine and straight hair, so I actually have not owned a hair straightener since I was 14, and I did like the side bangs trend. I have not owned a hair straightener since then. Another thing too that I really wanted hair extensions for, my hair was so fine and limp that it would not hold a curl. So anytime I did curl my hair, it would only last for like an hour or two. So I'd have to make sure to get all the photos, and I found myself just wasting time getting ready only to step outside, and within 10 minutes my curls would be basically gone. And it was just so disheartening, and I never felt like I had super feminine, sexy, like beautiful hair with volume. I always was just kind of like, my hair is okay, but it's always like sleek and straight, and like if I want to have like bitchy hair, I can be good at that, but I never had like sexy hair in my opinion, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to like spruce it up. So I'm here in Dubai, and let me tell you, like finding a salon trusting to do hair extensions and like a full dye on my hair was like very nerve-wracking. I basically found a salon called Michael on Beauty. This is not sponsored or anything, I just thought I'd mention them because they did a great job, and he had really good reviews, and I could see that they were always doing like lots of photo shoots and work with also lots of local influencers. So I was like, okay, because my salon in Vancouver, Axis, does also lots of photo shoots and works with lots of influencers, which is like a really good sign of a good salon in my opinion. If they're working with lots of talent, then they must be good at their job, you know what I mean? And basically I explained to them what I wanted right away. He like addressed all my concerns. He did we did like a full head of highlights and sorted out all my roots, did the color perfectly, and then I got the extensions installed and styled and all of that. So the total procedure took, this is actually crazy, it took 6.5 hours, and I got tape-in extensions. But it took a really long time because I hadn't had my hair highlights done in about 3 months, which is pretty long, and apparently they were just like all over the place. I went to a stylist that I didn't normally go to because my girl was booked, and the salon here told me that like she kind of like messed up the way my highlights were done and they had to go back. I don't know how much of like that is valid, but whatever, they're the professionals, you know? So my color itself took almost 5 hours, which is like crazy. Normally in Vancouver it's like 3, and I was like dying. And then the extension installation and all of that was maybe like an hour and a half, like maximum. So it really wasn't that bad. So basically what they did is they installed 2 packages of tapes. So I'll show you, you can see here what they look like. So it's like that. So I think I've got about like 12 or 15 of those tapes in my hair, and I got the 20-inch extensions, and they cut about 2 inches off because at first they were so long, and it was like, it wasn't really like the vibe. Like the long Babyliss hair is cool, but it was like ultra long, and I was like, okay, maybe not. But obviously the hair is curled right now. When it's straight, it's way longer. So the fact that it was straight and like literally down to like here on me, I was like, okay, this is like a little bit extra, you know? I was like, maybe not. So when it is fully straight, it's probably down to about here. I really am happy with the results. I love the hair so much. It's given me like so much more confidence, and just knowing that like I can curl my hair. And I also am really surprised that it doesn't take long to curl my hair at all. I thought that having so much extra hair added would take extra long, and I would need like an hour to style my hair. You'll see in the video clips upcoming, it takes me literally like 15 minutes, and it's nothing. Like, it's amazing because the hair itself curls so easily, so I can grab big chunks of it and curl it at once. So that's awesome. So I'll give you guys an idea of the cost. So the extensions were about $1,200 Canadian, but that was with a full head of highlights. So that's actually really good because in Vancouver they told me it'd be $1,200 $1,200 just for the extensions and the installation and the style and all of that. So I was expecting Dubai to be actually a lot more expensive, and it wasn't that bad. I did get product on top of that, lots of product as you can see, so it did cost like a couple $100 more, but now I'm gonna have those products for months. And all the products that I got, they recommended specifically for extensions, especially tape-in extensions, because there is an adhesive. Basically, it's 2 tapes that go in between a thin layer of your hair. There are bonds in those tapes that are made, and certain products can weaken those bonds, including sulfates and oils. So they cautioned me to use any conditioner near the tape, or especially like hair oils, and sulfate. So a lot of shampoos now are sulfate free, but if you are shopping at the drugstore, you need to be really careful to find a sulfate free shampoo, or just don't buy drugstore shampoo anymore. A lot of it isn't really good for your hair anyways, especially if you're getting like Garnier. I used to love those shampoos, but like honestly, if you're gonna spend $1,200 on your hair, it really is worth just investing in products that you're going to be confident with, knowing you're not going to have like your fucking tape bonds weaken over a few months and you're going to need to get them replaced or completely removed and redone and costing you more money. You know what I mean? They also told me to brush the extensions regularly because since it is so much hair, like they can obviously look tangled. I noticed when I was shopping, I was trying on a lot of clothes and my hair was definitely looking like kind of all over the place. So that's one thing, is that if you do plan on having a day where your hair is going to be like whipping around, definitely pack a brush with you because it is a lot of hair and you're gonna need to brush that. It's like brushing your hair makes it look like 50 times more expensive and nice. No one likes the look of like those PC looking, half greasy, like separated extensions. It's just such a bad look. I've seen so many girls with it and like, oh, I'm just doing everything I can to avoid that because like the whole point of getting extensions is to enhance yourself and not to make yourself look like cheap in any way or like disheveled. You know what I mean? We've all seen the photos of like certain celebrities walking around and you're just like, oh girl, like should have washed your hair or gotten a brush that day. Like, let's rethink this. You know what I mean? So yeah, the total time was about 6.5 hours. I told you guys the cost. And then yeah, for styling, it's honestly a breeze. I do notice for blow drying my hair, I was really lucky before. I could blow dry my hair in like 3-4 minutes flat because it was so fine. Now it takes me about 10-15, which is like kind of annoying. I'm not used to it, but I know that's not that long. But for fully styling my hair, I do budget 30 minutes because the blow dry and the style. But if it's already dry, styling it is literally 15 minutes and it is amazing and I have no issue with that whatsoever. I find it very relaxing and satisfying actually. Oh, and for the extensions themselves, I was hesitant to get them for a while, not just because of the cost, but also because of like the comfort issue. I used to wear clip-ins occasionally and I got them done at my salon, but I honestly hated them so much because I always found no matter how I applied them, they were always snagging on certain parts of my hair. I found it was hard to disguise them and I always felt like it was so tight because they're literally clips that just attach to your head. I saw my stepmom one time and she was like, what's wrong with your neck? Because I was literally sitting at dinner like this. Like I was literally going like that and she was like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I have clip-ins in and it's really uncomfortable. She's like, oh my God, I thought you injured yourself. So honestly, I just hated the clip-ins. I maybe wore them like 5 times. It was the biggest waste of money ever. And I think I still have them sitting in a drawer at home. I just will never wear them again. And I was really worried that the tape-ins would be very uncomfortable, but they're not at all. Like I can feel them like if I think about it, but if I'm not thinking about it, I can't tell I'm wearing them because that was a big thing. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have this hair on my head now that's permanent and it's like, it's gonna bother me and be uncomfortable. It literally doesn't bother me. One thing I was really worried about as well was the extensions showing because they installed them at the base of the head several rows and then they did some on the sides and then some in the back. Now originally when they installed them, he did a couple up here and I can still feel one right here, but he did a couple like literally here and then one in the back that was too high. And I noticed whenever my hair was on like the 2nd or 3rd day and it was looking like a little slightly greasier, I would notice that every now and then I could see one of the extensions like coming through and I was like, hey, no, I did not spend this much money to have my fucking extension tape showing. So I actually went back to the salon and had him replace those areas and now it's like totally fine. I'll actually turn around so you guys can see what the hair looks like. That is the hair. So that is the hair. You cannot see the tapes or anything. And with styling my hair, I do notice like there's some differences. Like If you guys saw my other videos or my older Instagram posts, I have to do my hair in a side part. I can't do a side part anymore because that would show some of the tapes on the side, but that's totally fine. I feel like the side part's kind of done for now anyways, and like I rocked that look for so long, it's time for a change. The other thing is I can't do my hair in a high ponytail because the tapes just like kind of bunch a little and you'll see them. So I always have to just go like back like this, which is like cute anyways. And sometimes I do like a little side pony, which is like so pretty, and or a side braid. I've also done 2 braids, like little Dutch girl braids, which I thought was like a really cute look. But other than that, my hairstyling hasn't really changed too much, and I do love now how I can curl my hair and it will last me like a couple of days, which is amazing. When the salon did it, it lasted me about 3 days, which was awesome. This curling iron, it lasts me probably 1.5 to 2, depending on how I sleep as well. But I have noticed that if you literally just grab your hair that's already had some curl in it, and what I'll do is I'll literally just go just like clip it like this, and I can literally sweep in it like this, and then I'll wake up with the waves all refreshed, and I'll just put like a little hairspray in and do that. That's a little hack for enhancing your curls in like a heatless way overnight. I know they also sell these weird like inner tube things that are like, it's like a sausage you put on your head somehow and then you wrap the hair around it. It's supposed to be heatless. I'm thinking of getting one of those just to try it. If you guys want to see that in a video, let me know, because I'd be more than happy to give it a go and tell you if it works, because I'm definitely down for like the heatless life, because doing this all the time and blow drying is like quite damaging. I'm hoping this heat protecting spray I got, that I'll show you in a bit, will help. Overall, that is all the information I have for the extensions for now. And now let's get to the styling. I'll show you how I style it, what products I use, and the styling tips of how I care for the extensions. So if you want to see all that, keep on watching. Okay, so my hair is currently wet or partially wet still because I was letting it air dry while I got ready, and now I'm just going to show you what I put in it before I blow dry it. So I was at the salon the other day and I got this Beauty Works 10-in-1 Miracle Spray. I've been noticing my hair has been getting a little frizzier, and I've never really dealt with frizz because my hair is so fine naturally, but this is obviously not my hair. These are extensions, so they are more coarse than my normal hair. I noticed they do get a little bit frizzy, which is not a good look. This is like an anti-frizz, bodifying, heat protecting spray, and now that I'm using more hot styling tools, which I never really did before because my hair didn't hold a curl, I need a heat protector because I do not want to fry my hair. That is not a good look. So I sprayed this in all on the top already, and it's already brushed all through the hair, so I don't need to put any more. But then I also am going to use this Kevin Murphy Shimmer Me Blonde. It's like a hair oil treatment, and it is so cool. Look at that. It's like so aesthetically pleasing to look at. It's so nice. And this obviously is purple, so it's going to help to eliminate any sort of brassiness in the hair. So I usually just do like 3 to 4 sprays per side, and I always try and get the ends as well because the ends are going to be the driest. Now, the stylist did tell me to be really careful brushing my hair because obviously these are tape-in extensions. So I'll show you what they look like. So they look like that. They look so fake when you just look at them. It's like, oh my god. I'll show you more here. So they're all around my hair. I used 2 packages. And the reason you want to be careful brushing your hair when it's wet is because you don't want to snag the tapes. When your hair is wet, it's going to be a lot heavier because it has all the water weight. And also when your hair is wet, it's prone to stretching. So when you do brush it, it stretches the hair. So if you brush the hair and then it stretches and catches the hair extension tapes, it could cause damage to them and make them not last as long. So all I've done is I've done a quick brush over the top of my head, which is my natural hair, because it always gets quite tangled in the shower. So that is literally all I've done, and then I'm just going to do a quick blow dry now. Okay, so my hair is looking crazy. It is like 80% dry, and since it's looking a little crazy, it's not too wet. I'm just going to give it a quick brush through just so I'm not drying in all of these knots. Okay, so this is the hair all brushed out, and then they did tell me just to be careful with brushing it, so I always grab it from the ends first, just in case there's tangles, because you don't want to be like pulling on the extensions. So I always go like this, and then I just like work my way up. And I honestly find that I don't get my hair stuck in the extensions, but I do just go over it really slowly and carefully, just in case. And I did get this special extension tangler, like dry detangler brush. So just FYI, it's like made for extensions, so it doesn't have like the little beads on the end that will normally probably catch in the tapes. And I really love this brush and the handle. It's really cool. If I see a similar one, I will link it below for your convenience. And now I'm just going to go over one more time with the blow dryer, because since I am styling my hair, I don't want there to be any moisture in it because it will singe the hair and cause permanent damage. Okay, now I'm just gonna section off the hair with these little clips. They came with my curling iron, and usually if you buy any hair tool, they'll come with those, or you can get them from like the dollar store. So I don't do this perfectly by any means. I just like to leave enough on the top, enough on the bottom that the hair will all kind of like match when you curl it, so it's not like flying around. So I literally just do these little twists. Like not perfect at all. It's like Princess Leia 2020 version. So to give you guys reference, I got 2 packages installed of 20-inch hair extensions, and at first they were like insanely long. It was like even too long for me to want to walk around with, and so he cut them a few inches, so now they're about 18 inches, so they're like just past a couple inches past my chest, if you see like that. So now I'm just gonna start curling the hair. I got this little Babyliss curling iron. It was from, oh god, one sec. Okay, I got this little Babyliss curling iron. It was only about $70 or $80 Canadian, so I'm very happy with that. I just ordered it from a beauty retailer online here because I saw irons at Sephora and they really had a limited selection, and they were all around like $300 plus. And especially because the plug is like the Dubai, it's like a big prong plug. They use the same one in Europe. I didn't really want to spend that much on an iron that has a plug I probably won't use at home unless I use an adapter. And so I just go from the very bottom here and I put it up to 210 degrees. The iron starts at 160, so it has 5 heat settings. And this is an extra large barrel. At first when I unboxed it, I was like, this does not look extra long, like I'm disappointed, but it honestly does the job perfectly, like for how long the hair is. I'm not really overlapping. I have all of this space. And I think the rose gold is really cute too. It looks expensive and it wasn't. I was definitely expecting to spend double what I spent on just like a basic curling iron. So I'm happy that I didn't get like a crappy drugstore one, you know what I mean? So you just hold that for about 5 seconds until it feels hot, and then just release, and look at the curl, it is so pretty. I'm so happy to be able to curl my hair. For years and years, my hair would not hold a curl for the life of me. Like I would get it done at salons, I would try and do it myself, I would use all kinds of different curling irons, and my hair was honestly just too fine. It did not like holding a curl. Any sort of humidity or moisture in the air as well, or if I was sweating or walking or breathing or moving, the curls would just literally come out. And it was just so disappointing because I always wanted to have like long, pretty curled hair for years, and it was very sad. So now I do. So these are obviously like very tight at first. With curls, you do want to let them cool off because then that's how they set and last all day. And you go away from the face so that the curls will go outward and look more voluminous. Okay, so that is the first section done. I just missed a little spot. I'll revisit that. So I'm just gonna spray the curls first with this Murphy Bedroom.Hair hairspray. It honestly smells so good. It smells like expensive cupcakes. So if that's your vibe, get it. So far I've only been recording for 7 minutes, and that was half of my head. So that's actually really good. I always thought curling extensions would take way longer, and my life would now need an extra hour of styling time, but that is 100% not true at all. Basically it takes as long as my hair used to take. I don't need to curl such small sections to get results because the extensions hold. My hair before, I'd have to curl really small sections at a time just to get the heat to really distribute, and it was a freaking nightmare. So pretty! And obviously I'm gonna brush these out a little bit so they're not so tight and like 2000s curls. So while I'm finishing this, I'll just give you guys some more tips on the extensions. So basically the salon told me not to use any sort of styling products with sulfates whatsoever because it can help loosen the adhesive on the tapes. And I think this would go for fused extensions as well, although I'm not 100% sure. But basically, if your days of buying drugstore shampoo and conditioner are over if you invest in extensions, because you're going to ruin the bonds, and these things are not cheap. So there's no reason why you should be spending like $6 on a sulfate laden shampoo and conditioner if you've spent so much money on your hair. that's just one of the things that come along with it. So definitely expect, if you are buying extensions, that some of your hair care product costs are going to go up. The products I got are mainly Kevin Murphy, which is like a very expensive brand for hair, although hair products I do find last a really long time. Aside from like shampoo and conditioner, I find conditioner that lasts me half the amount of time because I used to use a lot in my hair. Now with conditioner, you don't want to get that anywhere near the adhesive as well, the tapes, because it can loosen them over time. So of course I only do the conditioner towards the bottom of my ends of my hair, and I kind of like work it up midway. This side looks way tighter for some reason, but it's all gonna come together. Turn this baby off. So it has like these little on and off switches, and you can toggle the heat here. And I love the cord swivel, by the way. It is so helpful. I fucking hate when the cords don't swivel. Like in 2021, we don't have time for that, ladies. We do not have time for it. Okay, so obviously the hair isn't gonna stay like this. I'm gonna brush it out in a minute, but I thought that I would use this part of the video just to answer some questions and give you guys some general advice and kind of let you know about the hair and everything. The products that I've been using to shampoo and condition are the Blonde Angel Wash, which is the shampoo. It's a purple shampoo, as you can tell by the mess. I tried washing it off and it's just like perpetually messy. It's just part of life. So this is the Kevin Murphy Angel Wash, and then I also got the Blonde Angel Conditioner. So this conditioner is actually very strong. The shampoo is very purple, but it does wash out. You don't leave it on, you just wash it out right away. They do advise the shampoo to wash out after 1 minute. Now, I found there was a couple of times where I left this in longer than a minute and my hair toned up a little more like ashy and purple. There was a tinge than I would have liked. It didn't look purple, but just it looked kind of blue and it was wet. And then when I styled it, it kind of went away, but I could tell in certain lights still. So if you do get the Blonde Angel conditioner, definitely don't leave it on more than the minute that it recommends. I never used to use purple shampoo and conditioner. I would use purple shampoo only for my Vancouver Salon Axis, and then that was fine for me for my hair for a while. Although I did notice by the time my appointments would come up, it would start to look a little bit brassy and I didn't like the color as much. So I'm hoping using the shampoo and conditioner duo will really help mitigate that problem and not let that happen as easily as before. Another product that I picked up is the Anti-Gravity Oil-Free Volumizer. So they did also tell me this is fine to use with extensions because I wanted to make sure volumizing products are usually used towards the scalp and kind of like base of your hair because you want volume up top. You don't really care about the bottom as much. So I was using this a couple of times on the scalp and I did notice that it blew out nicely. It didn't feel like sticky or dirty, but it did give me some really nice volume, and I found that my hair was like keeping together even though like even after a day or two, when normally I would need to use my dry shampoo, I found I didn't have to use dry shampoo as much when I used that product. So if you want a product that gives you some great volume and you don't want to use a dry shampoo necessarily every day, if you're a dry shampoo girl, try the Anti-Gravity from Kevin Murphy. It's very nice. And yeah, this Beauty Works 10-in-1 spray, I'll try and link it below. I really like it so far. Like, I don't think my hair looks frizzy at all, and normally after I blow dry it, it's like fucking frizzy and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I spent this much money on my hair and it's fucking frizzy, you know what I mean? So I really like this so far and I'm gonna keep using it, and it's a really good size bottle too, and it's a spray, 250 milliliters. It's like a full cup, so pretty good. I'm gonna give these extensions just a little brush out now just so you guys can see the finished look. Look at that. Ooh, sexy. Okay, so this is the finished look. I really love how it turned out. I think it looks so good and so pretty. It's literally like my dream hair. I am obsessed. Okay, you guys, so that's everything for this video. I really hope you found the information useful and it helps you out if you're someone who's interested in getting tape and extensions done for yourself, or if you're just interested in how they work and all of that. So if you did enjoy the video, I would really appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up and even subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you back here. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching and we'll see you next time.